Hello, my name is Devin Julian, and I'm here to give a quick review of the book Great by Choice by Jim Collins. Just a few points on it, and I'd also like to focus on one of the 10X companies, which was Southwest Airlines, who I thought was a really intriguing model, something that's still around today and has been around for a long time, seeing huge gains. So I love Jim Collins. I first read his book Good to Great about 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm glad that he didn't incorporate all of the same exact concepts. While they have similarities to them, they're not exactly the same. I think Good to Great focused on the leadership and being a level 5 leader. I love the hedgehog concepts and the flywheel concepts, but in this one, Great by Choice, it was a bit different, about still sustained companies that showed major growth and revenue, over time, especially against the market. So it was very easy to understand that book in comparison to the other one. Some of the things that they discuss in there are, of course, 10x leadership, and I really like the pyramid, talking about the fanatic discipline, productive paranoia, and empirical creativity. I think all three facets of those, as Jim Collins does in all his books, he really breaks down in an easily digestible way for you to understand and actually apply in your own business or your life. Fanatic discipline is, of course, a necessary concept, because it goes along with the Good to Great series, in that you do it not because you have to, because you're paid to, but because it's just the way you are in life and in business, that you're constantly disciplined to do what is necessary to achieve the best results. The other two concepts were a bit different than, say, the level 5 leadership or what you're getting from Good to Great. So, productive paranoia is a completely new concept. I think that it goes along with fanatic discipline, but has a bit of luck to it, which he definitely touches on. That, hedging your bets and ensuring that even in times of bad luck, you can turn it into good luck and make it productive is important. But there is a certain amount of luck that goes into any of the businesses that he reviews and that he discusses, and they were able to use this productive paranoia to push through those. And then, of course, empirical creativity. I think that he shows that it's really important to be creative in business and in life to overcome all obstacles, and they touch on this especially with the 20-mile march. And that's one of the greatest concepts, I think, overall in the book, is that he's relating it to something in real life, something, action sports. They're talking about, history, and something that I think everybody can relate to in some way or another, whether it be a person that's into the outdoors, that's into hiking, camping, mountaineering, things like that, or even people that are into gaming, that do spend a lot more time behind a computer desk. They still understand that, you have to go the distance, and you have to have a set path, a plan, a backup plan, and a backup plan to that backup plan, to ensure that you are successful in anything. So I like that it's not just all based on business, that it has that real life concept through it as well. The one business that really piqued my interest, that I thought was great, was Southwest. And one thing that really resonated with me was the 10 points that, and I'm going off some notes here, that Howard Putnam put out, that really drove that business. They were disciplined, they were specific, they weren't set in stone. I know they touch on things like the Constitution, having amendments, being able to change those as you go, which kind of goes along with that creativity portion of the triangle. But, some of the things that Putnam said were so revolutionary, but only worked in their environment, as you can see from PA's downfall, who basically came in and tried to do the same exact model, and Southwest let them do that, but they couldn't apply those same concepts and tried to make it bigger, better, and faster without the fanatic discipline that it really took. Some of the things like remaining a short haul carrier, using that one plane so that they had interchangeable parts, all of just one plane that everyone had to know, from the crew to the pilots to the people doing the maintenance, to having a very specific gate requirement, which allowed them to spread out from different hubs, and made it very versatile. I think that was a big point for them. Using a quicker ticketing system, go low fares with a higher frequency of service. Don't try and do these different hook and ladder type of hubs where you're constantly making changes. You have to worry about housing for your crew members, all of that type of stuff. No interlining, so they really kept the profits within themselves. They didn't have to have a large accounting department, a lot of people to figure out how much they're making off of each deal. And of course, there's always a bigger chance of loss there since you're not operating that airline. I think the Southwest model has been time tested and proven, and has certainly persevered through a lot of things like deregulation. They persevered through fuel costs, through pilot strikes, through air traffic controller strikes. There's been so much, and so many other airlines that have had to be combined or be bought out to stay relevant, but Southwest is still, a carrier living in San Diego that I use quite a bit to do those quick 2 and 3 hour flights. So going back to the Great by Choice book, I think it was a great book that anybody can take and apply to any business, be it big or small. I'm really looking forward to getting into his other books. I really want to see How the Mighty Have Fall, and I know there's 1 or 2 other ones that I'm definitely interested in. Great by Choice was actually given to me by a mentor of mine a long time ago, and has been something that, once we were using that common language, really helped me learn to be a good leader, and hopefully a level 5 leader, and be able to be ahead of one of these businesses that is one day written by him and is a 10x company over 20 years. Thanks for watching, and have a great one.